2 of On the Scene tonight with me, She Bananas. I am the guest host, and right to the right of me, and probably
your sound.
Oh, yeah.
Founder, the lovely, the beautiful Barbara Foster. Thanks again for having me, darling. And the bottom of the screen, well, he's at my bottom. I don't know where he is on there, but if you see him in the yellow cap, the man of the hour, Mr. C.E.L.L. Beats himself, also known as, Dameon James. Welcome to On the Scene, bro.
Welcome.
Thank you. That full government call. You know you're official. You get that full government call.
I'm sorry.
I love
people may not know that you go by C.E.L.L. Beats right now. You get what I'm saying? So when they be like, hey, I'm like, oh, you know what? I knew him. I absolutely knew I knew him. That is Dame.
That's
Dame,
right.
look at Dame on things. He on the scene and he's about to make some changes. Welcome though,
Yes, ma'am.
It's all love. I love the hat. Thank you for representing the yellow for the cheap bananas.
Of course, always.
And like I say, the man of the hour. You are him. Oh my God. Phones. So we're here to talk about you, the artist, the rapper, the songwriter, the producer, the entrepreneur, the man of many different hats. Are you going to change hats throughout this broadcast? Because, all the things that you got going on, I would think you probably got like 4 other hats sitting on the side of you just so you can switch it off and, make it do. See what I'm saying?
I got the green C.E.L.L. shirt here. You know what I'm saying? I got this. And it's funny you say that. Just because you said it, I got another hat right here, just in case someone.
See, I knew you was gonna be in there representing. Then you see it's still green like the banana. Man, I'm loving this energy that's coming across here. I'm loving it. The musical vibrations. I can't wait to tap off into it. So let's go ahead and do it. That's what we're here for. We're on the same, like I say, Mr. C.E.L.L. Beats, CEO and owner of C.E.L.L. Beats Production. But you're also an artist and an entrepreneur. So let's go back to the beginning. When it all first started. Born and raised Brooklyn, New York. The love of music at the age of 15, 16, writing poetry. Some of your biggest muses come from some of the late greats, Biggie, Pop, Nas, the Timberland, the list goes on and on. So take us back there, when did you say, you know what, I don't want to do poetry no more. I'm really ready to tap off into the music and, see what I can do.
Absolutely. Like, that was a great grand intro. Wow. I got to follow up with that. So back in it, let's do it like right there, 15, 16. That was like my sophomore year in high school. Right. And I always had my composition books full of and I was going through a dark period too. I was like the isolated one. I isolated myself a little bit because, as a young teen, you're going through different things, you go through a young adolescence and all that. You got thoughts in your head. You want to jot down how you feeling. So I did my own therapy by writing poetry, like you said in that intro. So every day I used to write. I always know when to do something in music, but I gotta say what am I going to talk about? You know what I'm saying? How am I going to relate to people? How am I going to conform that or put it together inside of a musical composition in which the audience will appreciate it or like it or will continue to like it? But I'm not thinking that far in advance at 15, 16. I'm just going to write down how I'm feeling. So poetry every day, writing poetry. And I've always loved the sonic sound of music, like the instrumentation, the bass, the piano, the synths, the trumpets, the percussions, all these things that I didn't know what was back then that I know now, because at 14, 15, 16, your ears are still raw. You know what you like, but you don't know, you can't explain it the way that you can explain it where everyone else can relate to, in the same language, connotation. Feel me? So I always listen to like I said, Pac, Biggie, Nas, a West Coast sound. I was very West Coast inspired. I loved the West Coast sound, Dr. Dre, DJ Quick, you know, a lot of West Coast artists, that funk, you know what I mean? But I'm also in New York, born and raised in my blood. So the Wu-Tangs, you know what I mean? Like the Mobb Deeps, those influentials, you know, like that really inspired me to like, you know what, I can do this. But I think what made me want to do to rap per se was like poetry naturally conformed into rap. It started to, I was challenging myself. I was writing lyrics down to see what can match with the beat that I like say like some old school hip hop beats. That's how I practiced writing my poetry. I wrote my poetry to like for Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt, like let's say like Can't Knock the Hustle. I was writing poetry to try to match the kids to that. You know what I'm saying? And in poetry, not as rapping, but then it slowly conformed to that the more and more I did it. Because it turned into how I was feeling, writing down on a piece of paper on my composition books, which I still have to this day, locked up in my cabinet. I still have them, dusty as hell, but like I still got them.
You don't look that old, man.
Yeah, I got them. I can't throw those away. I can't. It's like it's an artifact.
That's the beginning. Them are artifacts, right? Them your memoirs.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to make sure that like, you know what, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right. So I started practicing rhyming, and I wasn't as good as I am now. I'm still learning every day, but like back then at 15, 16, you think you wrote the greatest thing in the world. So I was writing all the time. I was trying to find different things, how I was feeling. And also what's so influential, I was talking about shit I had no business talking about. I was talking about drug, guns, this and that from the lyrics.
Yes. We're gonna talk about that a little bit further, how your music has evolved over the years, from the beginning to the end. But let's just pause right there and talk about your songwriting. I read that you like writing because you consider it to be a creative and experimental way of cultivating your own sound. You know, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, absolutely. Like ever since I was young, I was always very experimental. I like to try different things, not something away from the norm. But in the beginning, I was mimicking because I was so raw. You know, I wasn't as seasoned or trained musically inclined as I was when I was younger. So I always wanted to know, I wanted to be different, but also make it, you know, make it hit, make people, hope people like it. You can't make people like something if they ain't gonna resonate with them. So I did what was for me. I like to like create things from a certain headspace. Like that sounds good. Let me try it with this sound. This sounds good with that. This piano starts with that. Let me see how that all sounds together. Let me put it in a jambalaya musical pot and hope something good comes out. You know what I'm saying? I hope people like it. You know what I'm saying? And then my creative process, like I will match whatever I'm making new. I would try to write something new, like my thoughts and ideas, how I would put certain words together to make it match what the energy of the track, what I was making, you know, because I wanted to try something. I didn't do things the right conventional way. I didn't like say like, oh, the kick should sound like this. It should be on the ones and threes, or the piano should be layered. I didn't know what chord progression was. I didn't know what a melody, harmony, harmonic things. I didn't know the musical music theory per se.
How did you learn those things? How? Like who actually stepped in and started helping you identify those important components of creating music?
YouTube University.
A lot of people don't understand it. YouTube will tell you how to do any and everything that you ever want to do in life.
You could build a house watching on YouTube. You could build a house.
You can build a car on YouTube.
Yes. You could become a car if you watch YouTube University. You could become one, you know, and it'd be believable. And you could do it. You know, that's how. And it's free $99 unless you buy a premium, but don't do the premium because if you want to watch the ads, just watch the ads. But if you don't want the ads,
I like it because those are what I call banana facts. Crazy but true.
Yes.
But yeah, you learn from YouTube on how to get all the key components.
Right, and also from others too, all the musicians, people that play the piano, drummers, people that have that musical mind or like the ear for it, you know.
Mhm.
Like I said before, I couldn't explain what the chord progression was, how to build chord progressions, how to make pads, and how to make certain like other instrumental sounds to make it a full presentation, intro, chorus, hook. I song arrangement. I didn't have none of that. I was doing things that I learned that I know now back then, but I didn't know what I was doing, how I was doing it. I was just doing it a way that I trained myself to do or watch tutorials or like what was easier for me. But what
So
was easier.
how did you? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
How did you mold your own sound? How did you, cultivate your own sound from the different genres of music? Because your music is composed of so many different genres, from pop to drill to even what's that, bum pop?
Boom back.
Yeah, boom bap. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And tell me, what exactly is boom bap?
Boom bap is like that. Boom, 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 that, boom, bap, boom, bap, like the kick and the snare, like that. Sound, that New York.
Okay.
You hear that New York
You
sound like that?
educate me.
Yeah.
I
So
love
like
to be educated.
exactly. So that's the boom bap era, like back in the '90s, the golden era of hip hop, as they say.
Okay.
It's the boom and the bap is from the kick and the snare. When you hear that kick and the snare on the ones, boom, boom, the boom, back, boom, the back, like that kind of pattern and sound and how it's framed. That's like that
Mm-hmm.
pop, that jazzy hip, and hip hop is very jazz influenced too. You know what I'm saying? It's jazz influenced.
Yeah.
It's like soul sample. You know what I mean? And it's all just like that rhythm. It's that hip hop rhythm. So how it shaped my sound per se is like I listen to what I like. Growing up, I still to this day I love Outkast. I love, what I'm saying, like Nas. I like Dre, Snoop, all different components. Timbaland, and Timbaland's one of my favorite producers because he makes futuristic sounding stuff, like different
Mm-hmm.
stuff. 10 years in advance, it ages well because he makes it like 20 years. He tried to make it sound like it come out 20 years later instead of 20 years now or before. So how I mirror that is like, how can I make my sound progressive? And how can I make it elevate? And how can I translate it 10, 15, 20 years down the line and make it still sound fresh? So I molded like from Timbaland, DJ Quick, those producers that make this thing sonically so good, so well to the ear. I figured that people are going to enjoy music more when they hear how comfortable it sounds in the headphones, in the speakers. That will make them like the song even more if it's the sound quality is top notch. So that's my big thing. How I shape my sound. I want to make sure that people enjoy it when they're listening to it first, and then they're gonna notice a whole lot of different things after that. Oh, that I didn't hear that bell sound in there. I didn't hear that piano roll go like this. I didn't hear how the open has echo from the left pan from left to right. Them drums are hitting different. The way the EQs are. I'm sounding like a musical nerd right now, but like that's just like basically the
I
words.
love it because it goes right to my next question. Is it hard combining the different genres to develop this exquisite sound?
It can if you do too much, and what I mean by that is if you over convolute it, if you like think too hard and think too much of it and do too much at once, it won't sound as good because you're trying to please every single genre within one sound. Whereas all you have to do is just make space on the track, space the track, create space, let the artist, if you pitch it to an artist or the listener, don't have so much going on. Just have the main sounds and make it progressive. Do some fun stuff to it, creative stuff to it. Make it go sound like this in a part of the song. Make it sound like that. Bring it up a little bit. Take it down. Take a walk with me. Let's go around the corner. Let's come right back. Let's circle. Let's double back. It's kind of like you talking to the instruments. I like to try to have my sounds travel with each other or talk to them like a buddy, like a walking buddy. You remember on field trips when we was younger? You have a buddy, a walking partner, and this one, number two, number three, and four. Y'all stay together. Y'all pair up. And y'all get well acquainted. We're gonna walk to this field trip. You feel me? You're going to the zoo. So I want my instruments to go to the zoo, the musical zoo, and get well acquainted, but stay together. I don't want y'all going too
I
far
love
apart.
it.
You feel me? So
I love it. Okay,
that's how I pair it and group it like that.
well, your biggest challenges with music. the overall industry, what have you faced in becoming this uniquely divine artist? And how did you overcome the hurdles that you once faced?
I think as an up and coming artist, because I'm still independent, well, underground, like not widely known yet. I say yet because I believe in a higher goal. I know I'll get there eventually. But I think right now, in terms of like, you gotta create something that separates yourself from the pack to make people want to care about your music and what you represent and what you talk about. And since a lot of people nowadays are trying to do that quick fix, that quick hit to get viral and get noticed, you know what I'm saying? You know when they say it's a young person's game to get like music like that. Like I'm 31, I ain't scared to say it. I'm 31, but I still feel fresh enough and motivated enough to be like, forget my age. Age ain't nothing but a number. Rest in peace, Aaliyah. She said age ain't nothing but a number, and that applies to anything. If you can do it and do it very well, and people like it, it doesn't matter how old you are. You still could captivate a whole crowd, a whole gathering of people to focus and come to your product or your music, and they like it. That's that you're doing something right. You know what I mean? So in order for you to do in the music industry, it's kind of like you gotta know. It's like who you know. It's not you can do 10,000 things, but if you do 10,000 things and the right person doesn't hear it, it's basically no one heard it but you. You just kind of like you screaming to the wall, but you're not getting a response back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
Right, and like it's who you know. The work consistency. You got to keep working. You got to keep consistent. You got to keep working. You can't stop. You work hard one day, but don't work hard the next week. Like that's inconsistency. You're consistently inconsistent if you do that. So only be consistently heading towards the right direction. You got to work every single day in your craft, whether it's music, well, in my case, whether it's music, whether it's merch, if I'm promoting merch and everything like that. You got to make sure you cover all facets of your brand and your business because no one's going to promote that more than you. And no one's going to know that. So, and
you gotta be your number one fan. A lot of people don't understand it. And sometimes, I mean, a long time, you're going to be your only fan. Until you find that it factor. So, I definitely understand what you mean, but you never give up. You got to keep going. So tell me, C.E.L.L. BEATZ, where the name, why C.E.L.L. BEATZ for your name? I know what it means for the brand. The brand means creator, evolver, life learner. Love the acronyms, by the way. Life is all about evolving. Life is all about creating. You get what I'm saying? Life is all about learning. So I love that, acronyms, but why did you choose that for the name and the brand? Where did it originally come from?
This is always my favorite question in any interview because I will never get tired of like saying the origin of C.E.L.L. BEATZ or where that name C.E.L.L. come from. I love it and I appreciate that question. I have a favorite cartoon manga. I'm sure if you heard it before, Dragon Ball Z. Remember that?
Yeah.
So in Dragon Ball Z, there's a villain called C.E.L.L, right? He was created by a doctor, right? So with him, C.E.L.L, he was created to embody all the greatest warriors of Dragon Ball Z, Goku, Vegeta, all those characters. To be this one ultimate fighting machine. He was created to mimic the best fighters. So if you fought the best fighters, right? If you like study them, created, you know what I'm saying? I can do you better than you do yourself. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I loved it. And I loved that. So what I did was I took the name and I created an acronym. I used to just go by C.E.L.L because I was rapping first before I started producing. And I was doing C.E.L.L. But I was like, nah, I gotta make this interesting. I gotta make this an acronym. And for years, I just said C.E.L.L because like I love the villain C.E.L.L in Dragon Ball Z. It was only until like maybe like 6-7 years ago where I said, you know what? I have to make this an acronym. Creative energy lives long. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, creative evolve. Oh, that's another one. But creative evolve a life learner. And C.E.L.L is a single living organism that embodies one being, right? So if you're going back to biology, it makes one being. Cells make up what we are. Cells reformed.
I love it. You
So
dug
it's
deep.
so many meaning to that. And also a cell, you know, a cell remembers stuff. It remembers your DNA, your data, your everything. It makes up. Why you think that your hair cells grow back? You know what I'm saying? There's a certain formula that it mimics, that it copies to know how to grow it back. Why you think your hair grows back? You know what I'm saying? It's cells within your body that make that shit back up. So I'm like, oh crap. And music, if I put the correlation to music, all the influences that I embodied, the Jay-Z's, the Timbalands, you know, all the musical pioneers that I've embodied, studied, you know what I'm saying, in my brain, and it helped me craft my sound and me and my artistry. That's the perfect meaning right there. It comes in full circle. A cell beats, and the beats attached to that is me as the producer, cell beats. But like, it's just so much more than that. It's like I'm embodying music, in which I've, like, you know, gathered over the years, and I'm still gathering. It doesn't stop there. The name, so it doesn't stop there. I'm still learning as I go, because you learn something new every single day. Each day you're learning. So you reforming your cells. I'm reforming myself cells. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm rapping now. Like that's the thing. That's how that name came about, and how it will always be a staple to my brand, who I am, and progressively how it can catapult itself going forward. You know what I mean?
That's deep.
Totally. Man, that was deep. And I love that you really thought about your name and what, you know, because your name it represents you. And it's the first thing that it's not the first thing that people encounter, but it's the first thing that they remember, because we always introduce ourselves. So it definitely needs to have a great ring to it.
Yes.
How did we get to the point where, you know, now I'm doing your music, you're doing music, but now you want to you're producing music. So now you came and you created the production company, which is C.E.L.L Beats Production, right? Tell me about, take us on that journey. How were there any hurdles in creating the production company, and how do you face those as well?
Well, at first, when I decided to move from poetry to rapping, I was rapping on instrumentals, right? I didn't have nothing to rap over. Like, I was just writing off my composition book and paper and loose leaf, my 8x11s, sometimes 8x14 in my legal pads, you know. And I was writing that, but I was like, damn, I don't got a beat. I don't got anything to like to test my cadence, my flow, my delivery on musical composition on the background. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I kept rapping on instrumentals, already made hip hop instrumentals. You know what I'm saying? So I got tired of doing that. I'm like, I'm about to start getting my own original music, original beats. I ain't know where to find it from. Now that I have money to pay for them. So guess what I did? YouTube. How are you? How are you?
I
Tubi.
love it.
You know? So I went to YouTube. I started looking at, I want to start making my own beats. So I downloaded a free pack of FL Studio. That's a very popular digital audio workstation. It's abbreviated as DAWs. That's how a lot of producers and make their beats and compositions. Started that, and then like I wasn't good at all at first. I was terrible. I was trash. But you gotta be trash in order for you to pass. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be trash.
Your energy is amazing. You gotta be trash in order for you to pass.
Or you can pass. You got to be trash before you can pass. Because if you go out the gate, that means that there's high expectations from the jump, and then your downfall is a faster decline than your incline. You know what I'm saying?
So, brother, too. Yes, I understand definitely.
You know, so like I was very like but I didn't realize that was trash in the beginning, because you're so excited to make music for the first time. When you're excited about doing something for the first time, you don't care how bad it sounds. You don't care. You just did it. You just know that you did that. I didn't care what. Ain't no one can tell me nothing. No one can tell me my shit was bad, trash, whatever. I did that. You did it. Ha ha. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did that. You can't do what I can do. You know what I'm saying? But deep down, I know it was paper kind of trash a little bit. But like, yeah, I didn't care. But then I got older, and as I did it more times and started rapping on those beats, I was like, oh, I'm getting better and better at this. You know, I was getting better, and I let people hear it. You know what I'm saying? I had like, of course, I was raw, very raw, but I kept going, kept going, kept going. I got me a MacBook, which is the same one I have right now that I'm using for this ring light. And then like I got me, you know, another audio.
You've been out here grinding. You've been getting out. You go out here and work. You do what you need to do in order to get where you want to be. And, and that's very important. That's what I hear. Only thing I hear coming out your mouth is go get it.
You gotta go get it. You gotta go get it.
Love it.
You got.
Can you tell us more about, you know, what your brand means to you? You know, when creating the brand, C.E.L.L. BEATZ, from the merchandise to the music, production company. What does it overall mean to you, and why is it so important and near and dear to you?
It means a lot to me because nobody gave me this. I really had to think and see what I want to do with my life in terms of like, do I want to work a 9 to 5 the rest of my life? I think the answer to that for all of us is no.
Right.
But do I want this to be my 24/7? Absolutely. I trade my 9 to 5 for a 24/7 for my brand any day of the week. You know what I'm saying? But I still do a 9 to 5, but I use the 9 to 5 to help fund C.E.L.L. BEATZ Productions. You know, so like it means a lot to me because when I was younger, I was like, damn, I was good at certain stuff, but I wasn't like great at like, or passionate. I was passionate about some stuff like football. I wanted to be in the NFL. I wanted to be a football player. I love football to this day. You know what I'm saying? Play a little bit, but look, that wasn't my route. My destiny, my route was not to be a football player. I wanted it to be, but I realized later now that wasn't my destiny. That wasn't my journey. This journey right here, and it took years and it's still growing. You know, I still got work to do on it. It's not a full stop. This is still a comma, a semicolon. This is still a sentence. This is still paragraphs building. This is an essay that's building. This is a storybook. You know what I mean? And how I conformed it to, I think the biggest thing for me for this brand is the merch. How it's taken off from the beginning. You see Marbra's wearing it right now. How the hell it got to Chicago? Marbra made that possible. So it started off as like, I'm just gonna wear a shirt so people know who I am. I wasn't even thinking about selling merch or anything. Like I wasn't even thinking about that at all. I just want my logo so I can ask somebody. Everybody has a logo. You know what I'm saying? Wu-Tang has a logo. Rockefeller has a logo. You know what I'm saying? These record companies have a certain logos. How to identify? Man, I gave it to people. But that's me. Oh, hold on.
No, that's not you. You're okay, hon.
Oh, okay.
So, when it comes to your merch, you sell hats, hoodies, t-shirts, sweatshirts, tank tops. What else can we expect from the brand?
We can, as far as for merchandise, like what new definitely the crop tops will make another debut this summer. The track suits is definitely what I want for the fall. Track suits, definitely. Polo shirts, bucket hats. A lot of. I love yours. See, I love it. I your style.
I got the drip on.
You got that dry up. Yeah, that dry up. Look at that.
But I need to look at you face to face, so we had to flip it up. You know what I mean?
You know what?
We're gonna turn it into a fisherman hat.
You know what? I gotta do that too because I'm looking mysterious with this shadow lid on my.
Yeah.
No, matter of fact, and then let me.
Ain't nothing like some good old eye contact. See, I got many hats. You ain't put the green hat on yet. The interview's almost over. I'm gonna need, put the green hat on with the glasses. Yeah, let's do it.
You want the green hat?
Around.
I'll do it backwards. How about this?
Okay. And now we're gonna talk about something else. Let's talk about the music. You didn't put the green on. Let's talk about the thing that actually got you tapping into the money, you know, the music. Yes. So I did get a chance to listen to a few of your songs.
Oh, thank you.
Your music is definitely different.
Yeah, I like to laugh at
Like
it.
you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like that's what makes it different. Like when you turn it on and you're listening to things, you don't know what you're gonna get. So you get a song that you released not too long ago. Mop, huh?
Oh, MAP. Oh, that one. Oh, MAP. Yeah. We won't say MAP. For the
In reference to Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah, when they made WAP. Yeah.
You're like, if the women can make the WAP, what about this MAP?
What about the fellas? But it's a twist, plot twist. We made it.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Come on. And I like the video. Did you create the video?
Oh no, my boy, shout out to my boy Austin for C.E.L.L Productions. He's my main videographer. The snippet actually came out. Yeah, the snippet, we posted the snippet yesterday, and the video is actually coming out this Wednesday on Hump Day.
Yes, the snippet is amazing. It gives you a Missy and a Busta Rhymes feel like, and when I say that, I say it in the most humblest way. I don't mean like you're mimicking or anything like that. It means you have your own individuality in there.
Yes,
and that's what they have, So I appreciate that in the director.
Oh yeah, that one's Dirty 30 actually. That one with the 360 fish lens. That video with the two girls.
Yeah, that one too. Yeah.
That's Dirty 30. That's Dirty 30. Yeah. That one's a fun one.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was a fun video. Tell me about the music. When you're creating the music, Dirty 30 came out in 2020.
Yes, came out in the midst of the pandemic. I turned 30 May 2020. So New York, everything was closed, nothing was open. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't have a big Dirty 30 bash. Couldn't go nowhere. So I did it by my house, right? Well, I was on IG Live. I was on IG Live in my basement, chilling with people, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then I drank. Well, you probably won't get to this next, but Taylor Port is one of my favorite wines. I'm known as Mr. Taylor Port because I promote it so damn much. I don't drink it as much as I used to because I gotta chill. Because on my 30th birthday, I had 30 shots of Taylor Port on IG Live, and I live to tell the story.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like,
why? Well, since we couldn't go.
How long did you survive after the 30th shot?
Well, actually, yeah, and I dropped, and I literally passed out, vomit everywhere. I'm okay. I tell the story all the time. I'm not ashamed. I'm not embarrassed. I can laugh it now because I'm here to tell you the story. I didn't die, thank God. But
you definitely could have had alcohol.
I did. I definitely did because I passed out and sleep pattern. Thank God that my sleep pattern. I sleep on my side, like face first, like my head turned like this. If I would have passed out on my back, and with the amount of throw up that I had around me, it looked like you would have thought that I was dead. I'm just gonna keep it real. It was that bad. So my father found me. he said, hey, honey, call 911. I said, oh, don't call the cops. That's the only thing I said. I said, don't call the cops.
Oh my God.
So, I was okay.
No, call the ambulance though. What the cops don't do? You need the ambulance.
Yeah.
Oh, boy,
That's how messed up I was. That's how messed up I was. So after I did that, I'm like, I'm not drinking that again. But then I drank like for 2 months. But I was like, I started drinking 3 months after that. But then the Dirty 30, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a song called Dirty 30. Basically talk about my being 30, just being wild and living it up for the one time. So that's why in the video I wanted to illustrate that and make that my most Missy Elliott, Ludacris, Redman, Busta Rhymes kind of video, So I definitely wanted to have that out there for Dirty 30.
Live today. Oh my God. Did you finish that live doing that?
Yes, I subconsciously I ended the live, then I passed out after that.
Oh my God.
And then it was hell from there.
Oh,
Worst To this day, probably the worst hangover I ever had in my life.
I can imagine.
Yeah. I didn't eat for like 2-3 days. I was like, oh hell nah. Like this is like.
I didn't want to see no more alcohol either.
Yes, I didn't drink alcohol for like 2-3 months, and then as I started drinking, it was a very minimal.
Oh my goodness. We lost Chiqueta. She'll come back.
Chiqueta, her phone died.
I don't know. She did something like her phone fell, and then
because she's like, oh no.
Yeah, I heard her say, oh no. So
it's like the phone fell, and then it's like click. It's a wrap.
Hopefully it didn't die.
Nah, I hope it didn't die either. But like, it's all good. It's all, yeah. So
loving the merch on the C merch. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. It's great. It's good. It fits very nice. Like, it's like a muscle shirt for me now because like, I ate a lot of carbs last month, so I was doing my push-ups. So I was like, oh shit, I got some nice muscles here. So my motivation by August, I'm gonna be like Slim Jim with the muscles when I'm wearing the with
on the scene
merch. You know what I'm saying? I want to wear that, and I need the Yeah, it looks great. It looks really good on you. It's nice. Like the gold is popping. Like everything is shining. Everything's right. You know what I'm saying? Got the V-neck all day, baby. Yes. I'm gonna need another shirt too. I'm gonna need one of your if you got another designer shirt for your you know what I'm saying? I need that. If you got like a t-shirt, long sleeve, or any hoodies, anything like that, any other design, definitely I want to like I'll spot you wherever the price is. I want it. Okay. I need it. I'm gonna need it.
Sure, we'll do.
Let me know. We're gonna get that thing going. So so we live on Facebook too one time, or just on the Zoom?
No, we're on Facebook Live, hon.
Oh shit, we live. Oh shit. Okay, all right. Unrehearsed, by the way, unrehearsed. See?
That's right.
Show business. Right. When you're on live TV and you're doing a live show, you gotta improvise. You gotta, freestyle that. You gotta work your magic and make sure that the magic that you create on the spot is a magic that can translate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? But like it's funny. We scheduled this interview like almost 2 months ago.
Yes, because I'm so booked.
Way in advance. I'm like, damn, June, that's all far out.
That's why I have to go back and make sure I confirm with people early because they're like, oh man,
like damn, oh shit. I was like, because I remember the date. I was like, I'm doing something on the 25th. I don't know what the hell it is, but something's coming. Why is that date? Why is that date? Then you come text me saying, hey, we saw on the 25th. For what? Oh shit, the interview. Yes. Marlboro. Oh shit. Yes. yes.
That's why I had to remind her.
Yeah. Good thing you did, because thank God I didn't put nothing on my calendar, So that I don't. Yeah. Jesus, because I would have been terrible if I'm like, oh, because I know you booked for like July and maybe August too. You probably got a whole.
Yeah, all the way up until August.
All up to August.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
2 more spots open.
Wow. So do you have like people that fly in? I think we talked about this before. Like if they're out of town, they usually fly in for like to be in studio for the interview, or they do Zoom.
We usually just do Zoom.
Oh, all Zoom? Okay, so there's no in person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I started doing the Zoom with the whole COVID and stuff, so people could
come in.
Yeah.
I
started doing, and so it's slowly. Now that we're slowly, But I gave people the choice because some people still came in, but I still did the whole COVID protocol. You have your mask on, take your temperature.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays you got to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know. Like, how's Chicago with the with COVID over there? Like, how's like the overall vibe in Chicago?
I mean, everybody's pretty much, following the protocol. Everybody hates wearing the mask. I'm tired of wearing a mask, but hey, I got to look out.
Trust me, I hate wearing that.
Vaccines. I did get my 2 doses.
There you go. Like, I said, if I'm gonna wear this damn mask, I'm gonna wear it in style. I'm gonna wear my Cell Beast mask. I'm gonna wear something on it. I'm gonna wear my brand on it. You know what I'm saying? We
I have a couple, but I ran out. I gotta get some more because I did have a couple with my logo on there.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'm gonna need that too.
No, I gotta get some more. A couple people reached out about.
I want to be the first one to get that. You know what I'm saying? And nah.
Yeah, I gotta get some more of those. Definitely.
Yeah, we love those. We love those.
So why don't you go ahead? I think your phone died. Why don't you go ahead and let everybody know how they can find you?
Yes, sure. You can find me, Uncle C.E.L.L, CBP, on Instagram at C.E.L.L Millie. That's C.E.L.L MILLI. That's C.E.L.L Millie. C.E.L.L MILLI. I feel like I'm promoting a collect call from them back in the day.
Okay.
But you can find me on FB, which is Facebook, as my government name, Dameon James. I sound like a law firm, but I'm not a lawyer. Okay, just make sure you just search my name. That's just there for you, so I can have a Facebook account, Dameon James. Also on my music page on Facebook is C.E.L.L Productions. You can find that there too as well. Also, as you hear the firecrackers out here in New York City on the block, you can find me on Twitter, C.E.L.L Beats25. That's CELLBEATZ 25, because I made Twitter when I was 25. That's why it's 25. Then we finna have the damn. Yeah. My Instagram. Yeah, my Instagram. You'll find everything on my Instagram. Oh, my music. You can find me with C.E.L.L Beats on Spotify or streaming platforms. C.E.L.L Beats, CELLBATZ. You know the vibes. My YouTube channel, C.E.L.L Beats Productions. You can find that there too. Click on my videos, give it a like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all on my journey. And the merch, the main event, the creme de la creme, the merch that Marbra is wearing, that lovely black and gold women's V-neck shirt right there. Fits very nice and snugly. Marbra, tell the audience right there for Facebook and the Zoom. How does it feel? How comfy is it? How comfy is it?
Very comfortable. Very nice fit.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice fits on the hip. Nice. Marvelous Marbra. There we go. We wearing it. Really lovely. But we're not subjected to just V-necks. We have crew necks too. Fellas, we got them shits for you, brother. You know what I'm saying? We got the sweatshirts, we got the tank tops, women's tank tops, we got the hoodies, we got the dad hats, we got the distressed dad hats, we got the snapbacks, we got the long sleeves, we got all that good stuff. Glitter, anything custom made, tie-dye, any color you want, let me know. Holla at your boy. I got you. Go shop at cellbeatsmerch.com where you can get all my merch. Also, I have drops coming in terms of like new merch or limited edition merch only, where I post on my stories on my IG and on Facebook. So stay tuned, keep that lock, and pay attention. Turn the notifications on so you can be donned in the C.E.L.L Beats merch. You feel me? You dig? Now, was that a nice little long promo for that ass?
Man, you gotta be your number one marketer. If you don't market you, who else gonna market you?
Right. Welcome back.
Welcome back. So how was your time away from the Zoom call, Chiqueta? I'm interviewing you.
I've been trying to get in. Y'all was on the road without me because I've been trying to get back in. Look, real true story, right? Yeah. I knew the other phone was finna go dead. So I already had the other phone set up in the back waiting to join the meeting. Y'all enjoy
the backup.
Your own personal time. It's okay. It's okay. I am back. I do have some questions before I go.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Let's talk about the music. Highlight. Right? Hit them up where it hurts. 2020.
Yes.
What made you create the track, and who was featured on the track? Tell me about the production and all that.
Sure. Well, that one's from one of my good friends and dope, amazing female rapper called Petty. She's Petty Wap on Instagram. Go follow her. That's PETTYY. WAP Petty Wap. She's like amazing. She's an up and coming rapper from Queens. She's gonna be big. She's a star. She's already a star to me. So she fits that New York vibe with the beat that I made. So I wanted that to make a throwback kind of beat with a little bit of modern sound to it, with a bop and some good lyrics, and make it tight, a good hook. We was in the studio when we recorded that as well at the same time. Like that's a lost art nowadays. Artists sometimes they just email their verses to each other, not necessarily being in the room at the same time. We was in that same studio. We was in the studio recording that track. So as you hear the track on my Spotify, on all streaming platforms, wherever you're hearing it, we recorded that thing together. Nobody went and did nothing by themselves. We was in that studio together. We wrote that last part. We went back and forth. We did that in the studio, back and forth with that back and forth.
Did you produce the beats of that yourself?
I did that beat too.
Producers work with you on that?
Nope, I did that beat by myself, all me. I made it. Sent to Petty. She loved it, and we immediately recorded the track, and we made a video for it too as well, which is on my YouTube channel. Y'all go check that out whenever y'all can on C.E.L.L Productions. Hit them with a Hearst featuring Petty. And a lot of people really resonate with that song. They love that song. I had people tell me it's one of their favorite tracks to this date. So
I like that song, but it's another track, and I can't. Man, I listened to it. I think it's Posure. I couldn't write it down. Something. What's the name of the track that I'm talking about?
Oh, what was the name of it? What was the name? What did you want?
Posure or something.
Pose. Say it again.
Posure, something.
Posure.
Gosh, man. Like, I dropped my pen and I never got a chance to write, but when I was listening to it, I'm like, oh my God, this is an afternoon kickback vibe. I'm gonna go find it real quick. While you sending your shots out. But I like that, and I really like Unbothered as well, featuring T.
Oh, T-Quest. Oh, yeah.
That was a really, really good track too.
Yes, yeah.
What was in your mind when you were creating that track in particular?
Well, for Unbothered, that's off the compilation album, my compilation album, Cinematic Eardrum Volume 1, which is a compilation of many artists, and I produce every track. So I did that beat years ago. I did that beat back in like 2016, 2017. And we had that track in T-Quest. We had that for like about 3-4 years now, but we never put it out. And we wanted to make sure that whenever it came out, it was going to come out on a project that sits right nicely for it. And this project, which was a compilation to showcase all the artists, up-and-coming artists, we put that on there, and I like that it had that like bounce to it. It kind of had that boom bap thing that we talked about earlier. It had that, and then like
that was my note. It had like a upbeat club type of vibe to it. You get what I'm saying? Like it's chill though. It's a chill vibe, but it's still an upbeat tempo. You get what I'm saying? Like
catchy too. Living my life unbothered, stepping on the scene unbothered.
Hey.
There you go. You see what I did there? Okay.
Yep. Love it.
I gotta find the song because I want to play it. So in the meantime, between time, all this great music that we're talking about, where can they find it? Tell them one more time.
Sure, we gonna find that on Spotify or streaming platforms. You can type in C.E.L.L BEATZ on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. If you got whatever streaming service you got, you can find that there. Also, my YouTube for the visuals, in which I have more of my videos and my beats. You can just type in C.E.L.L BEATZ Productions on YouTube. You can find that there. Like, comment, subscribe. Drop a comment if you like it. You know what I'm saying? Repost if you want the world to hear it. I genuinely and humbly appreciate that. You can see my SoundCloud. You know what I mean? Like everything on my Instagram, which is C.E.L.L Millie, CELLMILLI. You can find all my music there on the link in my bio. It takes you to my link tree with everything, as well as my merch website. I was telling Barbara, my merch website, cellbeatsmerch.com, which you get all the latest and dopest drip, different colors, tanks, tees, hats, dad hats, sweatshirts, long sleeves, hoodies, the whole shebang. It is fire. Let me know. I got tie-dye, custom size, everything. I got what you need to wear where you gotta go, any function, any casual place, or you just want to wear it just to wear it. You know what I'm saying? We got you. We got the good trail.
Say he got y'all covered like a blanket. What are your what's your pricing like when it comes to your music?
My pricing now, like what I have is like for shirts, $25.
I said it wrong. I found it. This right here, this Potaro Fusion.
Oh, Potaro Fusion. Oh my boy, yeah.
This is deep.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. That's my guy, Unbothered line. If you cut the label. All I ever do was win.
Bars on bars on bars. Yes.
That's bars for that ass. Yes.
I'm so glad, like when I opened back up Spotify, yes, it was right there. Like I said,
it's one of your favorites. I appreciate that. That's for my guys on Venture Climb. Shout out to Venture Climb. They we worked on that. I had that beat January 2020, and the song wasn't recorded by them until July of 2020. We had that for like 6-7 months because the pandemic, everything was kind of shut down. So we met up to talk about the concept, everything like that, how they could attack it, you know what I mean? And what I did with this project too is I made sure that the beats I did fit the artist, like it was made for them to rap or sing or perform on it, you know what I mean? That's how. So it was kind of like my DJ Khaled album, you know what I'm saying? Like
I definitely was feeling the vibe.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and
Yeah.
Man, I didn't know what to expect, but I definitely like all the different genres that you do tap off into. You don't put yourself in the box, and I think that's very important in being a creator.
Right. I appreciate that.
It's been a blast kicking back the chit chat with you right now. But,
yes.
Our hour's up.
Our hour's up
already. I would love to stay here with you.
We can't play no more? Okay, no problem.
We got to slip and slide somewhere else. I'm sorry.
Nah,
I definitely appreciate your time because, like I say, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be right here on the scene with me, guest host She Bananas, and the lovely CEO and executive producer of the show, Miss Barbara Foster. Thanks again for vibing out with us and, sharing your knowledge, your music, your creativity, and everything with us. C.E.L.L Beats. Tell them one more time where they can find the brand and the music. Thank you very much for having me on the show. I'm really appreciative and humbled. Y'all can find me on IG, C.E.L.L Millie, C.E.L.L Milli. You can find me here on Facebook with my government name, Dameon James. You can also type in C.E.L.L Beats Productions on my music page on Facebook as well. Find me on Twitter, C.E.L.L Beats 25. Shop my merch store, cellbeatsmerch.com, all the good drip. And my YouTube, C.E.L.L Beats Productions. Just tap in with me, like, comment, subscribe if you like what you see. And my Spotify. Yeah. We need y'all to go subscribe to the channel right now. You got 557 followers on YouTube. Yeah. Over 5,000 on Instagram. Yes. Yeah. You building the numbers. So, that's the point in this platform. We on the same with you. We gonna help boost you up. So make sure y'all go follow my boy. When I tell y'all gonna love the music, the vibe, the energy, and the merch. We cannot exclude the creme de la crop. Right? The merch. Okay? Make sure y'all go get y'all's merch. C.E.L.L Beats. That is C, period, E, period, L, period, L, period. You hear the period? We need y'all to go get the C.E.L.L Beats, period. And that has been this episode. On the same. Make sure y'all tune in next week for another fantabulous episode of On the Same. Make sure you follow me, Chiqueta Banana, on all platforms. That is CHIQUETA. Allow me to do some of your afternoons, Monday through Friday. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Oh, wait. We can't go out because I got to make sure y'all go follow On the Same. How dare I? Make sure you go follow On the Same at On the Same 1 at gmail.com. If you are an artist, a business, a brand, something trying to get exposure, send your information there, okay? And be sure to go follow us at We Are On The Scene One on Twitter, and We Are On The Scene on Facebook.
Yes.
Did I say right? Did I get right?
Yep. On Scene. Mm-hmm. IG is On Scene and the number one. Same thing with Twitter, On Scene and the number one.
On Scene, number one.
On Scene, number one.
Number one. Numero uno.
Numero uno.
That's the rawness of this. You get what I'm saying? Uncut, unedited. This is raw. And you know what? We are human. Sometimes we make mistakes. That was my mistake of this broadcast.
It's all good.
Eventually, I'm gonna be perfect, right? It's
all good.
It's some teams in me. Anyway, make sure y'all go follow all of us because all of us are dope and we follow back. You follow us, we follow you back.
That's a fact.
Be sure to tune in next week for another fabulous episode of One to Sing. I'm out of here. For real this time.
For real.
Good night, y'all.
Good night. Good night.
Peace.